Hey everybody, it's Dave and Richard back with your Ask the Broker show. Recently we've been asked by a few agents in the office about, I want to grow my business this year. I want to do more than I did last year. How can I do that? And we have 4 tips for you today on how you can grow your business. But you may be surprised on what they are. The premise of today's show is basically to grow your business, to do more transactions in the future. You have to grow yourself first. You have to practice on growing yourself and becoming a better agent, a better salesperson to grow your business. So we have 4 ways you can do that. What's the first one we're going to talk about today, Richard?
Well, you know, you've worked hard, you went out and got your leads. Now you've got one, and the objections start.
Yeah.
You know, I only want to spend this much. I only want to offer this much. On and on. There's tons of objections. Mm-hmm. You have to, number 1, learn the right answers, 2, maybe 3 deep, and practice them so that you're ready to talk about that when it comes up and not feel uncomfortable about it. You know, it's all about selling.
Yeah, you know, we weren't born as a real estate agent or a salesperson, so you have to develop and learn what to say and how to say it and the tone in which to say it and the speed at which to say things. So it requires practice, it requires role playing. There's other agents in your office and here that you can practice with.
That's right.
I highly suggest doing that. You know, an athlete practices each and every day before they enter the football field or the basketball court. So as an agent, you should also be practicing as well.
You know, David, it says salesman on our license.
Yeah, it does.
And we have to be selling. In fact, I watched a video by one of the top trainers in the United States, and he said that from the time you meet a client to the time you hand them keys to their house or close their deal, one or the other on if they're a seller, that you might sell them up to 50 times.
Wow.
You know, well, you should do that work to get it sold. You should offer this much. You should accept this. On and on and on. And if you know those, know how to bring them out and feel comfortable about them, you're going to help keep the deal moving forward.
All right. Number 2, you guys, to grow and get better is with marketing. This can be a rather short topic, but you know, you got to evolve in your marketing. You have to embrace new things that are coming to the market, such as newer social media platforms. Video is also a huge thing that's developed in the last 5 years. Have you started video yet? Are you still uncomfortable doing video?
We are.
Yeah, so you have to evolve, you have to grow, which means, you know, practice getting the video. Hold up that camera and record something. It doesn't mean you have to post it, but just practice recording and talking to the camera. We want to grow and evolve into today's modern marketing tactics. So you just have to give it a shot and go for it. Number 3, Richard, what do we got here?
Well, you got to build rapport, you know, and that's real estate 101. You meet a client, you know, how do you build rapport? Well, they have a little puppy, you know, named Joe. You know, remember Joe's name, you know. You go up and it's a little old lady answers the door and she's got beautiful roses right out front. You know she probably works real hard on those. Don't forget that next time you talk to her. How many times have we talked about you're in their house and you see either Raiders or 49ers paraphernalia on their walls? Well, you know, you talk about a little football, Raiders or 49ers with them. Whatever you see that obviously is something they like, then you need to kind of relate to it.
Yeah. Rapport building's not only relating to what they're interested in, but also trying to identify their personality type. There's major personality types out there. There's 4 major personality types using that DISC profile. So being able to identify the personality they are and relating to them and kind of mirroring the way they talk, their rate of speed, whether it's fast, slow, all that good stuff. So being able to identify that is also the manner in which to build rapport. Number 4 could be one of the most important ones, and that is, what are you doing on a daily basis? Do you have good habits or do you have bad habits? Do you have a good self-discipline? Because this business requires a daily discipline for you to get into to eventually achieve that long-term goal of being a successful real estate and growing your business. So do an internal audit of where you're spending your time and what you're doing on a daily basis. Identify what habits that you can maybe try to get rid of, and maybe bring on some new habits that would help propel you forward.
Yeah, and a part right in that mix is your schedule.
Oh, yes.
Have your schedule and stick with it. Persistence is also a big one. And don't forget, this is just a little added one. Ask the client what they're looking for from you as a realtor, and make sure that you can provide that to them. I know that sounds silly and easy, but I've seen people go through their whole presentation and not address the one or two things the client really wanted. That could be a little bit of a turnoff. Find out what they want and make that a high priority in your presentation to them.
Well, guys, those were 4 ideas that we came up with on how to grow yourself to potentially grow your business here in the future. So thanks so much for watching today's Ask the Broker Show. It comes out each and every Friday here on the Stockton Area Realtors Group and beyond. So thank you so much. We'll see you soon.